Breaking news, so to Nairobi, it's happening today, the signing of a cooperation agreement between the Nairobi County government and the national government. Now, what's still not clear is whether we are going to witness the return of NMS as we know it, that's the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, or the unveiling of a new outfit under this new cooperation agreement. But what we know for certain is that an official media invite has been sent out and the event begins at 3 p.m. at State House.
Majama, mimi nimenibulanda ni kama NMS indakudi hapa Kanairo. Unasikia leo saa 9 governor wa hapa Mairia julikana kama Saks and outside document ya kutoa function fulani zingi wapi kwa national government mjamaa pale State House. Amini nimenibulanda. Una ametushikanisha. Inafaa ifike tu mali gava watu nini governor hapa Mairia. Juu ni kama governor wote wanashinda kupiga mboka. Hata babu kikama hapa Kanairo hapa ni bulanda. Hapo itamshikisha hata ya andigi. Ikanio na fatu kwa national government. Bulanda.
Sakaja ameshindwa na job. That is the fact of the matter. Sakaja ameshindwa na kazi. That's why he has given very key functions of the Nairobi County to the national government wa zifanye. Because ameshindwa na job. It's that simple. Yani sasa kazi yake ni kukaa tu, crossing his legs, traveling the world and getting paid to do nothing. Alafu tuko na MCAs in Nairobi hata hawezi muimpeach. Yani hata nyinyi ni useless too. All you people are just useless. You're just there to eat our money and do nothing. Nyinyi wote mnafaa mtolewe. All of you should just pack up and go. Leave those offices. You don't deserve to be there.
Breaking news coming in right now. Now, Governor Johnson Sakaja has handed over key functions of the Nairobi County government to the national government. Now, it is being speculated that the NMS might be back, or the national government wants to control and supervise these key functions in Nairobi directly. Again, we do not know the circumstances that led to Governor Johnson Sakaja relinquishing these key functions, but we are still waiting for the finer details.
Najua imewapita, but have you seen that Nairobi County Governor, huyu Dimple Sakaja, amepeana some functions to national government because of how he cannot manage this city. He has been unable to do it. There is nothing he's doing to this city. Litter everywhere, drainage, siwa, hakuna kitu nafanya kazi Nairobi, barabara, nothing. Ni pesa tu kuibiwa na flats going up. You can imagine how bad it has gotten. Hadi national government imefanya venye Uhuru alifanya lete Sonko. Akapatiana to NMS, akapatia Mbadi, akapatia army, ndio kanyorosha city kidogo. Hapo ndio Sakaja amefikiza. Na mnasikia kuna hizo allegations zenye he's just a addict. All he does is just high all the time, allegedly. Mefika bahali sasa national government imeona hapa tusipofanya kitu, and it is for the remaining part until we elect the governor, the incoming governor Babu Owino. Akuja waonyeshe venye kazi inafanyangwa. Hata wame take time sana. Hiki kitu angechukua within the first year.
President William Ruto and Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja have formally agreed on a, quote, shared responsibility formula for managing critical departments in Nairobi. The move, which was hatched at State House Nairobi, now sees the national government render garbage collection and disposal, public works and water supply, among other services, to Nairobi residents.
Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has sensationally accused powerful figures within and closely linked to the national government of attempting to wrest control of key Nairobi city county functions in what he claims is a calculated move to benefit from the county's vast resources. The explosive allegations come just days after reports emerged suggesting that Sakaja had quietly surrendered 3 critical county functions to the national government. Claims the governor now strongly disputes.
Speculation is rife that you handed over 3 key functions to State House, and this includes to the national government: garbage collection and disposal, water collection and supply, as well as roads construction. Have you ceded these functions?
No, we've not ceded any function. Transfer of functions is provided for under the law in the Constitution. Article 187 provides for how one level of government can transfer its function to the other level of government. In fact, if anything, the only transfer that has happened since I become governor was from the national government to the county, when you did an intergovernmental agreement on school feeding, because I'm feeding children in primary schools that normally should be done by the national government. You know, that is the only transfer that has ever happened. So even as I said in the State of the County address, a transfer of functions is not something that we're discussing. It is not something that we're going to do. I saw fidelity to the Constitution and to the mandate given to be by Nairobians. And the only way to cede such powers then would be through a referendum for Nairobi.
Leo kutakuwa na handing over ceremony at State House where Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja is going to be handing over key Nairobi functions to the national government. These are things to do with takataka, roads, water and housing. And if you remember very well, last week Johnson Sakaja on X quote Citizen TV on X na akaambia Citizen nini in fake news. He assured us that he's not going to transfer any functions to the national government. So what is this ceremony all about? As in, it doesn't make any sense. And Senator Edwin Sifuna amesema nini? They need to remember that no functions of Nairobi County can be transferred to the national government without, number one, following the constitution, number two, public participation from the voters, that is you and I, the Nairobi citizen. As in, it doesn't make any sense. So now, as in, let's wait and see. As in, the ceremony, it's in the afternoon. We'll see whether it will happen or not.
One of the biggest things in Nairobi today is that the city of Nairobi and the national government and the President William Ruto is signing with the Sakaja some of the functions of the city government at 3 p.m. in Nairobi. You see, remember, the way things change is the way things remain the same. Uhuru did that with Mbadi. Now, you know what happens today? The same thing is going to happen. That Nairobi City County is going to lose some of its some of its duties to national government. I think it's a plot, man. Things happen. But anyway, what do you rate Sakaja as the governor? Has he performed? Has he not performed? Is the city okay? Is it not do Mr. Dimples? Is he doing his things? You know, Sakaja was a very good friend of mine. I knew him and I hooked him with one of my good friends, Patrick Ngatia. One day I'm going to invite Patrick Ngatia to this show. And Ngatia and I come a long way. Ngatia was Kibaki Tena and is a great man, young man who did a lot of things for the country. But now our story comes very deep and very far. One day I'll tell you who Sakaja really is. But that's besides the point. So today the Nairobi County government is signing off a couple of other things to the city, to national government, and of course the signing ceremony is at the State House Nairobi this afternoon. And let's see how it's gonna change. We just what we need to have in Nairobi is proper delivery of services to the public and especially the city, to be clean, get out of the shambles and bad roads, and of course poor pavementing, and also we need it secure and good so that we regenerate the Nairobi Regeneration Project to look the part.
Nairobi is staring at a political power clash that could redefine devolution. Reports exploded this week claiming Governor Johnson Sakaja had struck a deal allowing President William Ruto's national government to step into key city functions, from waste management to roads and water. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna has sounded the alarm, warning that any such move would violate the constitution without a formal transfer approved by the county assembly. While Sakaja insists this is merely cooperation and not a surrender of power, Ruto has openly confirmed national involvement in fixing Nairobi services. The question now shaking the capital is simple: is this partnership or the silent return of Nairobi to state control?
Sisi kama wanakijiji wa Kawangware tunamuomba Bwana Sakaja na Bwana Musilia aweze kuwa akituma lori ziwe zikiokota takataka kila siku na ikiwezekana kila wiki. Tunahofia kupata maradhi ya kipindupindu na maradhi mengine mengi kama homa ya matumbo. Tafadhali, wanakijiji wa Kawangware wameumia, uvundo umekuwa mwingi sana na vijana pia wamekuwa kijikakamua kufanya kazi ya maana, ila takataka inaning'inia kwenye barabara na kuhofia na kuweka maisha yetu hatarini. Tafadhali, county government ya Nairobi, tunaomba usikie kilio chetu. Tunaomba tafadhali utume lori iwe ikichukua takataka kila siku na ikiwezekana kila wiki. Asante.
Mimi napiga mboka hapa patake hii Kitanga. By the way, mimi naweza tuambia yenyewe itake inakuja mpaka kwa road. Na Sakaja kuna interview alisema atakuwa anatuma lori kila siku, hata zinapaka hapa tutarusha ndani. Siku hizi lori hazikuji, lori zinakuja kama mara moja kwa wiki na zinakuja lori 3. Saa mimi Kenya naweza tu omba, by the way, Sakaja tu cheza tu kaa wewe, hata kama ni lori 10 kwa wiki sitakuwa kitu. Lakini mambo ya kuachilia bana zinafika mpaka kwa rodi, hapo mnatuchomea bana, ni sisi tunaweka takataka kwa rodi, hivyo sisi hata sisi tukomboka hapa, ndio tunalisha familia hapa, ndio tunategemea. Msitufungie igrao bana, kuna nyinyi.
Mimi ni mzee, niko na 47 years, niko na watoto 12. Nilikuwa na kazi nyingine, hiyo kazi ikapotea. No, hapo ndio inalea watoto wangu. So kitu nilikuwa naomba tu, hii kesi ifungwe. Kama kutakuwa na solution yoyote, saidie tu ifungwe, ibebwe, watoto wakule, wengine wakilee tu, hivyo tu ndio naomba.
Nunca la ves.